Hey folks, David Brody here in Washington, D.C. Actually, let's call it the district. Makes me feel a little cooler, a little hipper. Anyhow, Ben Carson, Housing and Urban Development Secretary. Well, Donald Trump has actually made the announcement. Should have no problem getting confirmed by the Senate. And so here we are. What does that mean exactly? Ben Carson as HUD Secretary. Well, one of the important points here is that Ben Carson has two main expertises, if that's plural. Can I use expertises? I believe that's plural. Anyhow, one is healthcare, obviously, being a former surgeon, and the other is education. Very, very important to him, and he's done a lot of work in the education field. Well, as HUD Secretary, he will now be able to combine his expertise in healthcare, his expertise in education, mold them together, and hopefully, at least in his view, bring those type of ideas into those inner cities that he's going to be tasked with helping to reform and change and get better around the country. So it seems to me to be a no-brainer and a good pick by Donald Trump because, once again, a lot of folks thought that Ben Carson might be up for an HHS secretary or Department of Education. But with HUD, he actually is able to kind of kill two birds with one stone, if you will. In other words, use Ben Carson's expertise in both of these areas in one very crucial aspect of Donald Trump's administration, which will be the HUD secretary and inner city revival. Look, the reality is this. If Donald Trump can make improvements in the inner cities as it relates to what he's going to do with Ben Carson through housing and urban development, that will be extremely important, not just politically for Donald Trump, but obviously for the nation as well. Look, he got 2% more of the African-American vote than Mitt Romney did in 2016. And as we move ahead potentially now to 2020, yes, we're always looking to the next election, inner city revival, if there's going to be some real change there, then you can definitely see the potential for Donald Trump to do even better among the African-American community. But the proof is in the pudding. We'll see what happens. I will say this, Ben Carson, politically incorrect. Donald Trump, politically incorrect. So get ready for some straight talk, or as John McCain would say, some straight talk express coming to an inner city near you. I think there's no doubt that Ben Carson is going to, as they say, bring it strong to the rack. I think they say that in basketball, if I'm not mistaken. David Brody here in the district.